Nestled between cornfields and quiet streets, Maple Hollow, Iowa was the kind of town where life moved slow. The biggest news was usually the high school's football record or the annual harvest fair. That's why when 16-year-old Hannah Price disappeared on the night of September 8, 2020, the whole town stopped. Hannah was a junior at Maple Hollow High. She was the editor of the school paper, worked weekends at the local diner, and dreamed of studying journalism in Chicago. People described her as sharp, observant, and a little too curious for her own good. She was last seen leaving a friend's house around 9:45 p.m., texting her mom that she was on her way home. But she never arrived. Her phone was found the next morning, shattered, near a gravel trail behind the high school. Her backpack was still slung over a nearby fence. No signs of a struggle, no footprints, no witnesses. Police feared the worst. The trail bordered a patch of dense woods and an old rail line, prime ground for someone passing through unnoticed. The working theory: a random act of violence. Maybe a drifter. Maybe a trucker passing through. The FBI was called in. Search parties combed the area. Hannah's parents, Doug and Melissa Price, pleaded for help on local news. Her father, a well-known mechanic and former city council member, looked broken. Her mother barely spoke, her eyes distant. For 2 weeks, the town held its breath. Then came a tip. A gas station clerk 15 miles outside town remembered a girl matching Hannah's description. She was in the passenger seat of a maroon SUV, crying. The driver? A man in his 40s, wearing a camo jacket. Police reviewed hours of footage. There it was, 2:13 a.m., grainy footage of a car pulling up, Hannah visible for just a second before the man shielded her from view. The vehicle couldn't be traced. No plates visible. But Hannah's friend Emma brought something else to light. 3 days before she vanished, Hannah had told her she'd found something messed up on her mom's laptop while printing an assignment. She wouldn't say what, but she looked scared. Investigators obtained a warrant and seized devices from the Price home. What they found unraveled the case in an unexpected direction. Hidden in a locked folder on Melissa Price's laptop were dozens of encrypted emails and wire transfers, sent to a man named Gordon Hale, a former private contractor with a history of domestic abuse charges. But most disturbing was a journal found in Hannah's room. In neat, careful handwriting, Hannah had chronicled months of suspicions, her mother frequently leaving late at night, strange phone calls, and, most damning, references to the money Dad doesn't know about. As it turned out, Melissa Price had been having an affair with Hale. When Hannah found out and threatened to tell her father, Melissa panicked. Phone records and GPS data placed Melissa's vehicle near the wooded trail that night. But there was more. Hale's car, matching the gas station footage, was found days later in a junkyard in Kansas. Blood traces matched Hannah's DNA. Hale had vanished. 2 months later, skeletal remains were discovered in a shallow grave on Hale's brother's property in Missouri. Dental records confirmed what everyone feared: it was Hannah. Melissa Price was arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit murder, obstruction of justice, and child endangerment. In a plea deal, she admitted to luring her daughter out of the house and handing her over to Hale, hoping he would scare her into silence. She claimed she didn't know he would go that far. The community was shattered. Doug Price, devastated, left town shortly after the trial. He gave a single interview to a local paper, saying, "She was our daughter. She wanted the truth. And she found it." Today, a memorial bench sits behind Maple Hollow High School. On it, engraved in brass, is a quote from Hannah's final editorial. "Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Even in the darkest places, the truth fights to be seen."